So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Custom Daytona series, where we customize this beautiful brand new Triumph Daytona 675R and then give it away once we are done. This is a Patreon funded build series, so if you'd like to support and be a part of the series, head on over to patreon.com/Campisi Customs. In this episode, we're going to be taking this over to the Triumph dealer and then to our local dyno dealer, which is Carnes Performance. We're going to be getting the ECU flash for the brand new Akrapovic full titanium race exhaust system that we put on this bad boy, and we're going to find out what the new horsepower numbers are. So stick around, guys, stay tuned, it's going to be an amazing episode. State of the bike before we head over to the dyno numbers. I haven't ridden this since we put the exhaust on, so I'm super excited. Check this baby out. Woo. So it's about 35 degrees in Pennsylvania. So if you didn't know, that the Akrapovic full system exhaust removes about 18 to 20 pounds over the stock system, and I gotta say, oh my lord, it's a big difference. This thing feels so light, it's insane. Oh man, I'm excited. But yeah, it feels absolutely incredible. The rear sets, the exhaust, oh man, it just feels so good. The mirrors are gone. We will be adding bar end mirrors, I just don't have them right now. Probably in the next episode we'll be putting those on here. But I'm freezing. I'm gonna enjoy this ride, or try to, over to the Triumph dealer. I'll check in with you guys once we get over there. And we have arrived. Yamaha Triumph KTM of Camp Hill. Let's get this ECU flashed and see what kind of horsepower numbers we make on their dyno. And they have a lot of bikes coming in, probably 2018 models. Damn, it looks amazing in here. Love that white Thruxie, that white and black Thruxton. Good God. Wow, there's a Triumph Rocket. That thing's insane. But all right, we're gonna go take a look back here and let's see what happens. Back into the service area we go. Teens is here. Thank God you didn't ride today.
I know.
I can't feel my fingers. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flash this ECU. He's gonna use the full aero flash. Is that what we're gonna do? Yes. So we're gonna use the full aero flash of the ECU. And then we're actually gonna throw it on the dyno. Actually, I guess we're gonna put it on the dyno first. We're gonna do a before dyno number and then a after dyno number. And then we're gonna go to Carnes Performance and do a after there as well, since I did the initial full bone stock run at the Carnes Performance. And I think it's gonna be cool to see what the difference is between this dyno and that dyno, and then obviously the before and afters and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be really cool. Stay tuned. JR's gonna be taking care of us today. I forgot to put the license plate on it when I rode it over.
Clearly you made it.
Don't tell anyone.
Getting a crank pickup for actually doing a dyno run to measure everything.
Yeah.
I just like to go, normally is you go to #1 spark plug lead. Sometimes that's easy to get to and sometimes that isn't. Yeah, that's her.
Look at this.
Yeah.
When people say bikes aren't complicated. So he's now plugged in so he can get actual numbers for us, and we're gonna get this thing cranked up and see what happens. So here was our graph, and actually he was just telling me, JR was telling me that's actually a pretty smooth curve with it not being flashed. So that's pretty cool. It looks like our best run was around just basically 118, and so that's our stock base run, I guess you could say. Now we're gonna flash this bad boy, see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so now we are plugged in here. He's gonna use some Triumph software and flash with the Aero system exhaust. So again, it's not the Akrapovic flash, but I was talking to JR and he said it'll probably be within 95 and 99%. And again, once we go over to Jason, Carnes Performance, he'll be able to look at the graph and tell us how lean it is, how rich, how well it's doing. So if we don't get as much power as we want, we could always throw on a power commander and have Jason use a air to fuel ratio mix to tune it. But we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna get plenty of power, so stay tuned. So after you make the right choice, so the full Aero system is what we chose, now it's uploading that flash to the ECU, or uploading that map, I guess you would say, to the ECU. So this is basically when you hear the term flashing the ECU, that's what this is.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Specifically, it's a factory flash too. It's safe.
Yep. So that's pretty freaking cool, man. I love it. And there you go, success. So now we're good to go, and we can do another run and see what happens. So there's the after numbers. So basically 1 horsepower and almost 2 torque, foot-pounds of torque, whatever that is in. But Jason actually mentioned where we're heading next that doing a factory flash is not going to give you as much as doing a power commander with a custom tune, just because they've got all kinds of regulations that they have to abide by. Euro 4, everything else, emissions, exhaust, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see the real before and after on his dyno, since that's where we did it bone stock before we did any of this. So it'll be cool to compare the different dyno numbers and then the actual before and after on his. So that's what I'm really interested in seeing. So we're gonna put this bike back together and then head over to Carnes Performance.
Really pretty.
Check it out, guys. So the titanium's starting to blue in. And as I was saying earlier in the other video, people were saying, why are you not supposed to touch titanium? It's because it will just affect the coloring when it blues in. You'll get some discoloration and won't get those nice, beautiful, brilliant blues. So that's why you want to always use gloves when you handle it, or make sure you wipe it down when you're done. But yep, we got the bike back together, and we're gonna take it over to Carnes. There you go, guys. 1 horsepower from flashing an ECU for a full system. I would be lying if I said I was happy about that, but again, that wasn't really the true before and after horsepower numbers. That was more of a just like what happens when you flash an ECU. So we're going to take it over to Carnes Performance. Jason is going to do his thing, and then we'll find the true difference in horsepower from that. But you know, Akrapovic claims 12 horsepower increase, so I was hoping for, you know, we had a baseline of 116. I was hoping for at least mid 120s. So we'll see. This exhaust sounds incredible. Listen to when it burbles and stuff, and the mid-range is like, it's insane how much better that is. Holy hell. We have made it to Carnes Performance. They've got some nice festive holiday cheer going on in here. Looks like they got some Groms in. Look pretty cool. Some cool ass racing bikes over here. And now we're gonna put this on the dyno and find out truly how much power we made. Teens, what's your guess? What's your guess?
What did it start with?
116.
116. I'm gonna say 127.
127. I'd be happy with that. does look a little bit smoother, but Jason was saying it's still running a little bit, you say rich or lean? So Jason was saying it's still running a little bit lean, so if we got a power commander, we can probably clean that up a little bit and get a little bit more horsepower out of it. So I think I'll let that up to the patrons. If you guys want us to get a power commander and try to get a little more horsepower out of this, I think we can probably get closer to 10, Jason was saying too. So, which is where I want to be, especially with a full system, $3,000 titanium system. I think that's a little bit more like value for your money. So yeah, there you go. That's where we're at for now. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate your time, brother. All right, so there you go, guys. There's the final dyno number, so from 116 to 120 with the full Akrapovic titanium exhaust system, but that's just with the stock Aero full system ECU flash from Triumph. I think we can get at least 4 or 5 more horsepower out of it if we got a power commander. So I'll let that up to you guys. I'll ask the patrons what they want to do. We can either spend the $300 and $400 for the power commander and custom tune, or we can maybe put that into some carbon fiber parts, stuff like that. I'll leave it up to you guys, but I really thought I would have made more in the 10 horsepower range, but keep in mind, guys, we're not padding these numbers. We had some early stock runs that were 109, 110, and I could have easily used one of those and made it look like, hey, we gained 11 horsepower or 12 horsepower, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys, and so there's a lot of ways you can pad numbers on dynos, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just keeping it real, showing you guys the whole process, and we're all hopefully learning a little bit of stuff together, so I think it's pretty cool. Regardless, guys, the bike feels absolutely phenomenal. The throttle response is so smooth. Definitely gained some horsepower in the mid-range, which is where you want it on the street. It's street friendly, and again, that 20 pounds of weight loss. The sound is incredible. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe for more, and if you would don't forget, we're going to be giving this bike away once we are done. So if you'd like to be a part of the series, support and help make these videos possible, head on over to patreon.com/CampisiCustoms, and we'll see you guys in the next one.